And howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel. Let's try out another new game. This one's called, as you can see, hopefully, Slipways. What is Slipways? Well, it's a little hard to describe. It's kind of a space strategy logistics puzzle game. Yeah, you'll see what I mean. You'll see. I've played it just enough to be able to explain the very basics and to get a little bit into the game, but not good enough or not enough time to actually, be any good at it. So there'll be lots of me puzzling my way through things, and we'll see. Looks like a really, really good game, though, so if you like this kind of logistics puzzle game, I think you'll find it very entertaining. So let's take a look. Actually, let me go just double check a few things on the stream. And music cuts out while I'm not focused in the game. We're okay there. Yeah, I think we're okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start the game. We're going to do a standard run. And we're just going to hit choose a random sector. Reasonable difficulty. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and hit accept sector. So, first thing we need to talk about. This will make more sense once I get onto the game screen and I can show you the basics of the gameplay. But there's 5 races. These are going to be your council of advisors. And you get to pick 3 of them to take into the game with you. And the 3 you pick are going to determine what is available on your tech tree, as well as you'll get to pick a couple of perks. And the perks are somewhat randomized. Each race, I think, has a preset selection of perks, and it just picks 2 at random from that subset. And you'll see what I mean. I'm just going to get random. I don't know them well enough yet to kind of make a determined attempt at coordinating the races or their abilities and so on. So we're going to hit random. They gave us these 3. I could at any time cancel one and pick a different type. So I can pick one of the other available ones. So we'll just take the 3 they gave me. So here are the technologies that each race are going to put on my tech tree. So these are all the techs I'm going to have access to. I'm not going to get into them at the moment, but that determines your tech tree. So each race brings, 6 techs to the tech tree for you, and they are range and rank from tier 0 up to tier 4. So tier 0 up to tier 4, tier 0, tier 1. Nope, there's 0. Tier 0 up to tier 4. And then these are my perk selections. So currently the game selected these 2 for me. I can only pick 1 from each doubled set. So this is each time you deliver minerals, gain 10 credits. This one is get an additional 60 credits at the start of the scenario. So those are pretty straightforward. Now I will say that the perks are pretty powerful and the techs are crazy powerful. So many of the rules of the game are broken, sidestepped, or bent by the techs. They can be very, very powerful game changers in how the game works and what you're allowed to do. So as you gain familiarity, you could probably min-max a bit in picking races that have certain techs that are going to go well together and forming a coherent or a really powerful combination. I don't know the game well enough to do that, so we're just going to take what we've got. I will pick the perks, though. Gain money when probing for new planets. Reciprocity. Every time a two-way trade between a new pair of planets is established, you gain money. All Forge Word planets produce 1 more of their main product and earn 20% more trade income. And replace minerals with chips. Option on Forge World planets with multi-purpose factory. Let's take something fairly simple. Let's take... I'm going to take this one instead of the flat 60 at the start. Every time two-way trade between a new pair of planets is established, you get 10. I think I'll get more than 6 of these, hopefully. And so we'll, over time, earn more than the 60 that one will give us. But that's just straight money. And then every time we deliver minerals, which is one of the standard trade type items, we gain 10. Or for probing. I think this will deliver more over time, depending on how widely we expand, but yeah, let's go ahead and just take this one. All right, oops, there. So we got our 2 perks selected. We could look through the text so we can kind of figure out what our plan is. Knowing what the text that we're going to have in our tree can be important. because then you can kind of tailor your build and how you're going to connect planets based on your knowledge of what you're going to have access to, especially the early game stuff. So mines on mineral planets produce an extra mineral or ore and yield 30% more income. So that's pretty straightforward. Each of the races is kind of particular about the types of things they specialize in. These guys are miners. Mineral seeding unlocks the mineralized action on ice ball, desert, and lava planets. Gravitic tugs unlocks the move action. Uses a planetary tug to move the planet to a different position within a limited radius. So you can shift the positioning of a planet with planetary or gravitic tugs. Like I said, very powerful. We're not going to worry about it. All right, let's hit start game so I can show you the basics of what's going to happen here. Okay, so every map is randomized. The very first thing I picked was it showed the galaxy, and I hit the randomize button to pick a new random seed, basically. So every map can be different, or you can use the same seed if you want to replay a map, however. So all of these little dots, these are sonar. They're I don't even, what do they call these? I forget what they call these, but they're unknown locations. So the larger ones are most likely planets. Medium ones can be space stations, planets, things like that. And the small ones are typically asteroids. Now they could be blank. There could be nothing at these locations. So we're going to find out. This is the center of our starting location. We basically get to send out probes, and our probe will cover a certain number of these. And we're going to try to get as many as we can with each probe. But you notice it says 3 of our dollars, and it takes a month. So the game is timed 25 years. You have 25 years to basically score as high as you can on this puzzle map. So it's a puzzle map, and it's a random arrangement of planets and raw materials and resources, and you're going to try to set up a logistical network delivering materials between the planets in as economical a fashion as possible. And there are scoring metrics, and there's ways of increasing the score, and so on. So you're trying to score as high as possible within the 25-year period. That's the goal. So we have happiness, which is important. We have science and research for our tech tree. We have money, and then we have the time. Every action takes a certain amount of time. So sending out a probe is going to take 1 month. So we're going to lose 1 month of our whatever 25 times 12 is. That number of turns is what we've got. Different actions take different amounts of time. There are techs and there are perks that can adjust those time factors. Like if something normally takes 3 months to do, there might be a tech or a perk that lowers it to 2 months or 1 month. A lot of things like that, like I said, that modify the quote-unquote rules or structure of the game. But just realize that every action you take is going to eat up some of the available time you have. Then we have our advisors. The advisors are going to have another factor. They're also going to give us missions that we can complete, and we have to complete those to get access to something else I'll show you in a bit. And then our empire size. Our empire size, as it grows, it's going to cost us more and more administrative costs. We have to keep ahead of that cost. It's pretty much the interface. So we have a structure. We can build a laboratory. We're not going to do that quite yet. This is the tech tree. So those techs that we got from the 3 races are all represented here. Tier 0 at the top, working our way down. As soon as you pick 2 from a section, it'll advance down 1. So you'll lose access to the top, and it'll just keep advancing. So you're never going to be able to get all the techs. You'll have to kind of pick and choose. So for the early techs, we've got that drilling technology. Frost-resistant bots unlocks permafrost melting on iceball planets. Basically allows us to produce there. We send robots there, we can get water. And it unlocks the lichen farm. Algae and robots will produce food on iceball planets. So basically it makes iceball planets something we can use instead of being just a useless blocker. Brain-machine interface enables machine interfacing project on planets that are successful or better, and improves trade income on this planet by 30%. What else we got? Gene adjustment reduces planet upkeep by 1, but never below -1 per year. Mineral seeding, another ice ball benefit, and mass lensing unlocks the lensify action on asteroids and all planets. Converts the mass of this planet or asteroid into a slipstream relay. You collapse the planet and turn it into a slipstream relay. All right, that's one of the couple of ways I've seen to move, modify, or flat destroy planets. So good to know. We'll have that option. Economic zones, more money, trade league, trade hubs. There's the gravitic tug to move planets around. And I'm not going to worry about the very bottom ones. All right, so let's get out of there. And then we have a statistics showing score, showing... we have no domain yet. All right, not much there yet. Okay, let's actually do some things. So when we send out these probes, you notice how it kind of pulses? It does matter when you let go of the mouse. So like right now, the very top circle, it's pulsing into and out of. If I let go at the shortest circumference, it's not going to get that north one, so you have to time it. There's an option in the menu where you can turn that off and make it stable, but you get a little bit extra range when you're doing the unstable version, and yeah, I mean, I don't mind clicking the mouse. So, can we get all 5 of these? I can't quite... Oh, there we go. Right there. And we should be able to get all 4 of these. Let's see. I'm going to try to get... I'm going to leave that one alone. I'm going to try to get these 4 right here. Yep. And hopefully we can get these 5. Nope, we're not going to... I can't quite get that one and that one in the same... Can I get those 2? I can get those 2, so we can get those 4. Alright, so there goes, what, 4 months? 3 months? We're already in May. 4 months. We just lost 4 months just doing the initial probing of our local area. So, here's what we got. We got lava planets, we got forge worlds, we've got desert. Oh, that's mineral planets. Here's a shortcut. You can hold the control key down and it will show you what each planet can produce. So these worlds are very basic. If I import to them people, they will mine and they will produce the minerals. As opposed to, there's a forge world, a machine world. So if we send minerals to this location, we can either create chips, goods, or robots. Or if we send robots here, we can get export of goods to send somewhere else. So each planet starts out as such. You have to pick one of the available types. So if it only has one choice, well, you get that choice. If it has 3 choices, you got to pick one of these 3. You only ever get to pick one. So once you've picked, the other options disappear. And then from then on, it kind of builds up from there. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw connector lines. We're going to draw slipway connector lines that allows traffic or trade between the 2 locations. So I'm looking for options that will allow us to satisfy needs between the planets. What's a good example here? That one's kind of rough. This is probably going to be my central planet that I'm going to try to either that or this, or maybe separately. I'll have this one connect down here and we'll have this one connect up here. The reason being, these 2 are strong for people production, which are the workers that need in a lot of the other ones. You'll notice we've got workers here can produce these items, workers can produce these items, workers produce the minerals. So you definitely want to try to start out with producing some of the peoples, and then they can go out and start working the other planets. People and robots. Those are the 2 that are used to basically produce most other things, as you can see here. So, how am I going to do this? I don't think I can make this connection because of this planet. Nope. If I hold the Alt key down and point at a planet, it'll show the available connections. So that's why I think this is going to be a really good one, because it's got a lot of possible connections we can go to, and it shows what goes where. The things here close are the exports. This is what it could send out to the planets they're connected to, so I could send people to that place. And then the symbol down here is what I can get from that location far away. So the green planet here, I can pull in algae or food to this location. And that's because we've got algae and food available, and algae and food is needed. So there's various ways to look at the information to try to figure out how you're going to do your connections. This is a little unfortunate because of some of the combos we've got. I've got no mineral production over here other than this one, but I can't draw a line between these 2 because this is in the way. So the slipway connection won't go because that's blocking us. I'd have to shift that over or destroy it, which I don't want to do. I got minerals here, but not a lot of use for them currently, unless we've got more connections. The map is big, by the way. The map's going to keep expanding out as I keep exploring and exploring. So this is just the starter, but I mean, it goes all the way out to here, all the way up to about here. I think we're kind of on the southern edge of the map currently. So there's going to be a lot more of these things. We just have to start making connections, and you'll see how it works here. But yeah, this is not the best setup that I've seen. This is going to be a little rough. So, which direction to do this? I could do robot production here. Or no, circuit production. So people for circuit production. Connect these two together. The circuits could then go to satisfy this input. And I'd get people out if I can get food here. And one of the people here could come back down to this location to satisfy the input. Or I could do this to here if I can get these satisfied. A lot of possibilities. I'm going to do some simple ones initially, though. So I need to figure out, can I get food? I want this to be preferably people. We have algae, but I can't get that connected in. Yeah, these are kind of rough. So that one I can connect to. This is just far enough out of the way to allow that connection. Do anything with that? Don't have a lot of need for water. Ooh, we can make that trip? Alright, let's try this combo. And we'll see if we can build it out further. So, we're going to try to produce people here. So I need circuits and I need food. We can do circuits here and we can do food here. This one needs a person, which we'll get back again. So that'll link up really well. The food, we need algae for. We have no algae production that I'll be able to get access to based on what we've got here. So we're going to hope there's something further south. I don't think I have any other... I don't want to use this one for the food. Yeah, let's try it. All right, let's show how this works. So when I click on it, we have our 3 choices. It's going to cost us 8 of our monies. So we have now designated that planet. So this is, notice the red flag. We can zoom in and it shows we're at level 1, which is a struggling planet. In order to develop it, we need to fulfill the need. We need to basically bring in people. As soon as we can connect people to this, it'll advance to level 2, and then we'll need to add water, and the output will increase, and you'll see how it goes from there. This is bad, though. This indicates that we're going to be losing happiness because we have resource shortage. We have a struggling planet. So, combined with that, we're going to pick this one. And then we're going to pick this one for algae. No, for food. Alright, now we're going to link them up. So we want chips and food. So we got chips here. Connect that up. We got food here. We'll connect that up. And we have now satisfied the 2 requirements. We're now getting more of the people, and it's now added a good in order to advance that to the next level. We have to bring a good in from somewhere, which we could do right here. We could do robots to goods and bring the goods down. So, notice this one, they're going both directions. Oops. So this is a one-way currently. We're sending food to here. This one is two-way, though. You can see the little things going in both directions. That's because we're sending what's necessary in both directions. People, that person there that's grayed out is coming down here to satisfy this need. And our chip is outgoing the other direction to satisfy that. So you can have two-way trade. That's the best to do, really, if you can manage it. This is one-way currently. And then this one is upgraded to level 2. If we can satisfy the goods requirement, we'll go up to level 3. We need another export route. We need to send a person somewhere. So, unfortunately, this one doesn't take people. I don't think I have a realistic way of getting robots over here, which is going to make it a little tough. But I could activate this one and bring it in, and that would satisfy the goods requirement. These are asteroids. They basically provide an income for the nearby connected planets. Or techs and perks can sometimes have other uses for asteroids. Just depends on your particular game. We have a new task. So my council, they each give me a quest to complete or a job to complete. And I have to complete these in order to unlock another option we'll show you here in just a little bit. So increase total production of minerals by 4 units, establish 2 or more pairs of planets with two-way trade. So we've got one of those 2 already completed. Increase total production of chips by 3 units. I think I'll take this one and that one. Alright, so notice our map expanded out when we got that connection done. So I could drop another probe and we can see what we got here in the local area. Hopefully we have something producing biomass. Unfortunately, most of them disappeared. They were just stupid asteroids. That is not what I needed. Okay. Can't quite get that one. Oh, I can get it, but not if I... Oh, maybe I can. Oh, I can get all 4 if I time it just right. Oh, please have algae. Ah, it doesn't have it as an export. Damn it. And that's too far away. 1 person, 2 algae is really good, but we've got an intervening planet blocking our move. So I don't think I'm going to get algae here. That's my last opportunity, I think, right there. Maybe over here can make it that far. Oh, no. Why you gotta be that way? I can't. Oh, yes I can. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's already discovered. Never mind. Hey, we have an algae output! And all we need is a person. Look at that. That's awesome. Alright, we might be able to work with that. I think that might solve this problem. Alright, let's go back to looking at our list here. And that's a lot of people production in this little group. But if we plan on doing algae water... And if I do this one as people, that might free up... Let's see. So the algae would go here. I don't have... we need water there. But are we going to need... I'd have to settle it first. That would preclude using the doubled food. This one's not too bad. We can do a robot. Send it up that way. All right, let's just presume we're going to be able to work this out. So that's satisfied the algae requirement. We got algae going outbound. So this planet is now established. This is the only one we've got that's now the struggling. And that freed up a bunch more for us to take a look at. So we're doing good. We're doing good. I need to get water here to upgrade the chip production. And I need to get a good here. My only goods production in the entire area is that planet to there. We need a robot, preferably, to fix that. And I have no way of getting a robot in there unless one of these exterior ones can be connected up. Let's work on this section for a bit. This one's a little a little rough to work out. Now this is a space station connected to a planet with plentiful people on it to explore it. So I'm going to go ahead and connect this. Actually, I shouldn't quite yet. I should finish these quests first. Well, it'll show me. Let's go ahead and do it. All right, so completing the quests for your 3 race advisors unlocks your option to do these things. So, formal research facility that could still contain vital clues to help our own scientific efforts. Investigate every single inch of the place. Costs 50 of the bucks, but I'd gain 12 research. Perform a thorough search, 20 bucks, get 8, or just a cursory search and get 4 for free. So right now I've only got 3 research points. If I wait a turn, I could spend the 50 and get 12. Let's leave it for now. So what is... we could pick this up right now, the deep drilling. Mines on mineral planets produce an extra mineral and yield 30% more monies. Pretty important. Or we could pick up 12 more and go to 15 and pick up any of these. Mineral planets on ice ball, desert, and lava. Reduce upkeep. That's long-term money benefit. Money, it's a bit of a problem early, but doesn't seem to be a problem later. Machine interfacing. Not going to worry about that. Do we have a lot of ice balls? We got a lot of ice ball stuff. We got lava. And we have no ice balls currently. Ice ball, lava is like with lava, lava, lava. Notice there's no production on them. It's a dead planet, essentially, unless you get certain tax or certain perks. 50 bucks is a bunch, though. That'll slow me down. I think what I'll do is we'll take the middle one. We'll take the 8 research. Cost 20 bucks. That gets us to 11. I think I might just take the deep drilling for now. Alright, so we got deep drilling. Next up, let's... If I connect this in, I'll get the 1 resource out of it, but it'll turn this one into a struggling planet, which will lower the happiness until I can get that solved, if I can get it solved. So I'm loath to do that quite yet. So let's go look over here real quick. So we need a person in. Stop that. I never resolved which of these I was going to do, really. We got algae and water going out. That needs algae and food. Water and food. We've got an extra food here. We could connect up to satisfy that. And if I can get people in, which that will generate. So if I connect this up. Yeah, I think these 3 will go well together. There's the water. I can send the person back there, which will satisfy the input. We're going to get an extra water out of it. So yeah, let's do that. Alright, so we have an extra food. That satisfies that. And then when we connect these 2, the person's going to satisfy that. This will then generate an extra water, which will come back, which will satisfy that. And we'll have a perfect little triangle, and all the red flags are going to disappear. Oh crap, they didn't disappear. Oh, I got one more thing I gotta do, apparently. We need 2 import routes, so I need one more something coming in for that to upgrade, and then that will fix. So I need another person, basically. So we're gonna be producing people here. I can easily connect one of these, or I can go up here and do one of these. Let's do... I kind of need to know what's in the neighborhood before I make the decision. So I think I'm going to go ahead and splurge for some scanning. So I'll do... I can get those 4. I can't get that little one right there at the same time. Or I can do those. I think that'll work better. Oh, can I get... And then right there. Alright, that looks pretty good. That gives us a few more options. Ooh, look at that. All that algae. That's a swamp world. Lots of algae off the swamp world. So typically I'd want this to be a hub spot. A Gaia world. So 2 and 2. Because it's got, I can do connections outbound to as many different things. You have to get a bunch of connections to upgrade to the highest level. I need to bring a person in, so I need at least this one, or this one to be generating people and connect in. Don't think... Yeah, I could connect in a person. Connect a person down here to generate one of these. And what can you connect to? Just that one. We're going to get an extra algae out of this, right? Yeah, we're going to get an extra algae out. So if I connect this up, the algae will be satisfied. I've got an extra wheat here I can connect across. That'll satisfy the food, which will give me the person, which will satisfy that. Sounds good. We're going to do that. We're going to... These are all settled now. You can see which planets that the asteroid's connected to. The more planets connected, the more money you make if we exploit it. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're getting 6 per, so we're going to gain 18 of the bucks, which is good because I'm down to 4. Alright, then we're going to, let's do, that to there, which completes one of my tasks. It also filled in the person requirement, which upgraded that, which then satisfied this. So we've got this all done. Here, I need food, which we've got an output for, which then completed that connection, got us an extra person output, and got rid of the red flag. So we have no red flags now. Cool. We've got people not being worked. We need to get these people to work. We got people, people, and people. Am I winning? I am not winning. I am. I'm talking a lot. I'm clicking buttons. I guess that means I'm winning. We got two-way. We got two-way. One-way. 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 Double. Not bad. All right, but that's the kind of setups that you're looking for. You're looking for combinations where they can satisfy each other's needs. Because as soon as they start upgrading, they get extra production, which then you have enough that allows you to meet all the needs between them, whereas you can't really do that at the very beginning at the first level. So knowing how to arrange the combinations properly is pretty important. Now, I am not allowed to cross the slipways, so I could not, for example, connect these two together because that would cross the slipway. So that's the other thing you're trying to look out for and why I wanted to explore before I made some connections. There are exceptions to those rules, like I mentioned earlier. Certain techs will allow you to dodge that limitation. I don't think maybe there's a perk that does it as well, but I think that's a tech-related thing. So we may be able to research a tech at some point that will let me connect these two together. All right, this one now, these two at least, we have the symbol showing they're successful. There's only one level above this, and that's prosperous. In order to become prosperous, they have to trade with 3 other planets that are themselves successful or better. We've got 1 out of the 3 accomplished. So if I can get these 2 to successful, this one will switch to plentiful. And if we can get 3 of the, well, yeah, I mean, if we can get these to successful, all of them will just insta-pop to prosperous, which would be amazing if I can do that. I want to try to do that. Let's see if we can make that arrangement. Somehow, some way. I think we're going to come up short. Can I make this connection here? Because I would like to get this either to here or both if we can get this upgraded. If I can have this planet... Yep. Alright, well that changes things. So if we can get that started and then somehow get it upgraded by getting a robot into it, we should be able to satisfy, I think the goods will go to 2 right away, and we'll be able to satisfy the goods requirement on both of these planets. That would be really, really good for us. Let's see. This is successful also. It's just waiting for 2 others. I think this one would go to successful, so it would have 1, 2 neighbors.
How many hippies does it take to change a light bulb?
Uh-oh.
Hippies never changed anything.
I see. Now. Be nice to hippies. Hippies are people too. Yeah. If we can work on successful somehow, we'll get a really glorious, prosperous area right here. This one also needs a good, which we have no goods productions anywhere out here that can currently get to this, so I'd be praying that maybe this one or this one could do it. But I see no other way of getting a good to here, which means I'm not going to be able to get this one to successful through normal means. There are some other ways that it could happen. So that's a problem with our plan. I can't satisfy that given what we can see so far. These 2, we have a possibility. So, let's see. If I sent to there first, that would get me 2 adjacent, but I'd still need this one. Means we'd probably have to put up a laboratory, which I'm okay with doing. Actually, the lab's not going to fix it. I need energy production is what I need. All right, let's get some more info here to see what we might or might not be able to do. Well, that's not goods production. That's unfortunate. All right, I have no possibility of getting that to the next level. I can't get the extra resource. If I can get energy production somewhere and route it in there, energy is kind of a wild card resource. It takes the place of any of the good needs. So 1 unit of energy pumped in would satisfy that, and that would instantly pop. So if we're not going to get that, unfortunately, maybe I can get this one to prosperous by getting these 2 upgraded, like I said. So let's go out here. Let's get this thing started. So we got to do the goods. Opens this up. Now we're praying that we can get robot production in one of these to connect into here. Which unfortunately means I got to spend a bunch of months doing more. I can't quite get that north one. Get those 3, get those 3, get those 2. I think I'll go 2, 3, and yeah, I can't get both sides. Can't do that. So there's robot production, there's mineral production. So we can send a person to there to satisfy that. Then we send the mineral to there to satisfy this. And we send the robot to here to satisfy this. And the good comes back. And we have a glorious circle of fulfilled needs. Glorious, I tell you. Let's do it. That's perfect. This one I needed what? I need a robot. All right, so we send the people there. We send the minerals there. We send the robot there. And we send the good there, and the other good there. I like it. Now, why did that not pop? Oh, I need one more export route. I need to send people one more place. I can't cross there. I'm already connected to every other local one. I could send a person here, get more minerals. That has a mineral requirement. So we could go up to there, then to there. I have no food going out that way. But we could do, let's see, the mineral to there. We do food production over here. I'm not sure how I'll arrange that. We'll look at that in a second. For now, we'll do that. That finishes another one of mine. New tasks. Let's do 4 more pairs of planets with two-way trade. I think that we can do. 1 more forge roll to successful. Let's do those 2. Alright, so I was looking at doing that. So we satisfied the export requirement. That is now successful. So we have 3 successful. Problem being, that bastard there. If I could get that to successful, it would be just bong, bong, bong. Unfortunately, I can't connect these 2. I would love to, but I can't. So, we're back to having no red flags, which is awesome. I like the no red flags. How is this one no red flags with just one direction? We're sending... Oh yeah, we're not going outward bound. We're supplying, which is all it needs, but we don't have outward bound yet. All right, we'll work on that. So what do we got? We got no extra goods available. We got 1 extra robot. We got 2 extra minerals. We got a whole bunch of planets we could check out. So we got expansion possibilities over here. Hopefully one of these bigger planets is going to be a person-producing planet. I can't solve that one right now without energy. There's no goods production anywhere near close enough. So, do we figure this out? Only one place for the minerals to go from here. Nothing else needs the minerals. Maybe this would connect. That's stretching the distance a bit, but it's possible that could connect. Yeah, I'm annoyed I can't get that third one up there. So, minerals and people. Doesn't need people. Just produces yet more minerals. Can't make the connection from here to there. Yeah, got no good options here. That's unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to really take advantage of these people. Need water, so if I go to here or here... Do this one. So we could connect here to here for minerals. Actually, that doesn't do it. People. I'm not sure if one of these might upgrade to providing goods. I'm not liking this group up here. I can't get the robots over to where the robots are needed because of the intervening planet. I could do food. Could connect back here. But we could go up to there for robots, down to here for food, and then back across again. Or I can go down this way. Again. For any of these. Robot to food and back again, so we could do this as well. Alright, so we got another setup where we come out of it without anything struggling, which is good. And we have extra robots and food we can use for further adventures. Hoping to find a similar thing up here. So, I can do the same thing. I mean, I could do people to robots to food again. That would at least link it in and be able to push it out further. Alright, now once again we have a surplus robot we can use. We have surplus food. Just got nowhere to send this robot currently. Alright, so we'll take a look at that. Yeah, it's a zen little puzzle game. I mean, it's not a it's literally a logistics puzzle. It's just a randomized logistics puzzle with point scoring. So, I mean, take it for what it is. It's not a Conquer the Galaxy game. There's no combat or anything like that. The interface is really, really slick. The graphics are very, very good and serviceable. Everything about it is really, really well presented, and it's a really cool little puzzle package. Now, from what you're seeing, what I'm doing currently, this is the lowest level of the gameplay. It really starts kicking into gear when you start taking into account all of these texts and just how massively game-changing they are. Let's go down and look at the Tier 4 text real quick. Now that you've seen me do a little bit of the normal stuff, you'll have some idea of what these might do. So, skill download establishes the skill-up facilities project on planets that are established or better. Improves the planet's production by 1 additional unit of each product. Does not affect people or special resources like research or energy. So massive output of materials. Void synthesis structure. Directly connected to a planet or structure with an unmet need. It will attempt to supply that need. Can synthesize any basic resource and supply up to 3 different planets or structures. So basically, it'll convert common resources into things that are needed by various planets to allow them to meet those needs. Mind control blocks any morale penalties from resource shortages, missing export, or unemployment. No more unhappy people. you command them to be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Starbirth unlocks the collapse action on mineral, lava, desert, and iceball planets. Collapse this planet into an energy-producing protostar, giving you energy delivered to other planets. Accepted by energy is a wild card resource. Accepted by any planet, fulfills and replaces the first unmet need of that planet, regardless of type. That's what I'm hoping to get going over here to replace this good. I need to get energy in there somehow. I don't think I have access to near-term access to any techs that are going to do it for me, though. Limited teleportation paired with another teleporter allows long-distance trade regardless of any obstacles. The second teleporter in each pair is free. Each teleporter accepts 1 connection to a planet or structure. So basically, you can set up a teleport chain, which would circumvent the need for the slipways or allow you to go across. So I could go from this planet to this planet, for example, because I would be able to cross this slipstream. Space-time eversion unlocks a new connection type, everted slipway. Slipways built this way are 60% more expensive, but can be established very quickly, effectively taking no game time. So instead of a slipway taking a month or 2 months or 3 months or however long it's taking, I forgot to look, it's instant. They cost more, but you don't lose any of the very limited game time. So we're already down to 19 years until the end of this run. So we've gone through 5 years of our 25. To the point we're at currently. And I have not yet built a laboratory. I really need to get a laboratory going. I'll have to look around for a good laboratory location. But yeah, so I mean, it's definitely it's purely a puzzle game. It's a Zen puzzle game. If you like that kind of thing, it's one of the better representations of that kind of gameplay. I like it quite a lot. It's a very, very interesting game, especially when you grok the basics and you start actually paying attention to the research, how to get to them quickly, because they're such game changers, and how you're going to develop your empire and increase your score in combination with the races that you pick. So folks that weren't here at the very beginning, there's 5 races for advisors. You get 3 of them per game, and which races you pick determine your techs, period. Each race gets a list of techs that come with them, and that's what this represents. These are the techs that these 3 races allow. So you can mix and match different advisors to achieve different tech trees to then go through to try to score, get new high scores or whatever. All right. Speaking of which, I need to get a science center down. Where can I get a science center down? I need a place where I've got excess crystals. So I need to find a good place where I can set up a science center that I can route crystals into. So we got crystals I could do here if I can figure out how to get these people working properly. I could send crystals to there for that. I just need to get food production, which would have to be here, meaning I'd need algae and robots, and I can't produce either at a connected location. Theoretically, algae here. I'm not going to get any additional, I don't think. So, if I'm willing to put up with at least one unhappy planet, we might be able to make an arrangement. But let's go ahead and set it up just so you guys can see what it is. So we're going to go build a structure. Currently, laboratory is our only choice. Costs 15 of the bucks. Takes 2 months of our precious, precious time. Makes light bulbs. Makes research. When provided with a resource to study, you have to basically provide the resource, and you provide a researcher. And the more of each you provide, the more science points that you get out of the location. So I could use a different resource. We've actually got these over here as well, and I got all this I haven't explored yet. And I got people, so if I put the research center, depending on what this is, if I put it like down here, I could pull a person down. I could pull minerals across, and there's going to be some more mineral or other generation down here. So that's a maybe. I don't really have much else output-wise that I could use. So it's either going to be over here or up here. I think for simplicity's sake, I'm just going to put it up here. Because we've got minerals, people, minerals, and other possibilities. So let's plan on putting it... Yeah, I think this will be fine. I don't think I'm blocking any... Well, there's one potential here. Alright, so there's no connection here because of this obstruction, so I don't have to worry about blocking anything, and we've already got a block here. Yeah, let's put it right here. That should be able to connect to there, to there, to there. There is an undo button, by the way. You can undo things, and you can keep clicking it back to, I believe, the last time you used a probe. Anytime new information is generated, it blocks any further undoing. But there is an undo button if you do an oopsie. So if you don't quite like the positioning and you need to move it, you can undo it and then reposition it. Alright, so there we go. So we need people and we need a resource. We've got a resource. Now if I go from here to here, that's going to block any future connection here, which is not great. Should have thought of that ahead of time, but I don't think I could have really avoid that. The only connection, can't use people here, so the export outward is useless. If I generated water or food, those could come down this way from this planet, though. So do I want to do this? The more connections I make, the more money and the more powerful the location gets. So it's pretty important consideration. I Could go play down here instead and get it set up there. I really don't want to put the lab over here. That would block a bunch of possible connections other ways.